Only on Fox this morning, air pollution is often quite obvious when you go outside in Houston. In fact, we're the sixth most polluted city in the country, according to Time magazine. Joining us this morning to talk about that, the Tox Doc, Dr. Noreen Mayberry, also Dr. Dat Tran with UT Health Memorial Hermann. Good morning to you both.
Good morning.
First of all, I just want to quickly ask you, Dr. Tran, what is the problem? How does that affect our bodies negatively?
Right, so air pollutant, it can, most of the time people should recognize air pollutant is an irritant. So it will trigger, enter your airway, it will trigger your nervous system and your lining in your lungs, and it can also, then naturally your body would try to excrete it and blow it out. And so that would trigger, and if you have an underlying condition, it will make it worse. And there's evidence that also it can also activate and sensitize your immune system. So all that can play. So yes, so in days where there's more pollutant, you will have problem with your allergic diseases.
Okay, well, let's talk about ways to make our bodies deal with it better.
Right.
What can we do? Because we live here. We can't get around it.
Yes, we can't get around it. So a lot of what we can do is we can start internally. We can give ourselves the best nutrition possible, get the micronutrients that our body needs to fight off these chemicals. There's a difference between an irritant effect and a true toxicological effect. Some of these air pollutants are true toxicants, and so you have to be careful. You know, when you're sitting in traffic, you can do something like close the vents, recirculate the air so you don't get that really high toxic chronic exposure or acute exposure. And you know, you can avoid exercising outdoors. Exercise indoors, because when you exercise outdoors, you get a greater exposure. You know, check daily the air quality index. For people who are sensitive, kids and the elderly, you really want to know, because if you're anywhere over the red zone or red or above, then that's a health hazard for everyone.
Do you feel like it'll make a difference in our overall health if we do try to do our very best to do some of these things?
Right, I think it's important that, well, one is at the level of pollutant, we all as a society and as a population should advocate for better clean air, changing the emission. So we shouldn't just accept that that's what we have to live with. So that's really important. Aside from that, while we're doing that, we should also use products, besides good diet and avoidance, is use there's all different type of saline washes that you can spray and better to
clean it all out. Okay,
right.
Dr. Tran, thanks for being here. Dr. Mayberry, always good to see the
so
Tox Doc
much.
and get us non-toxic, because
That's right.
that's what we need.